Hey runners, welcome to week 15 of my Boston Marathon qualifying training program that I've been documenting here on a weekly basis for the last few weeks. So what happens if you miss a workout during the week? What do you do? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. And I thought this week was a good week to bring this up because I just happened to have a couple of things that came up that caused me to miss my workouts. So let's go into this. If you remember last week, we went over setting up your schedule, and that's running 3 to 5 times a week. Your weekly runs are your recovery runs, which are meant to prepare you for that all-important long run that you do during the weekend. So the whole idea about the weekday runs is that you do them at an easy, comfortable pace where you're able to carry on a talk with the person you're running, if you're running with someone, or it's in your zone 2 range, or in your Maffetone heart rate zone if you follow that. So you probably have everything lined up every week. This is what I'm going to do on this day to prepare for that long run and to prepare eventually for your marathon. But what happens when you don't do the run that day? Do you make it up somehow later on in the week or blow it off? There's a couple things to think about. First of all, like I said, we're 15 weeks out. We're still basically in the base training phase of marathon training rather than specific race training, which kind of kicks in more around 10 weeks or so, let's say. So the whole idea about this base training phase is that you want to concentrate on building that aerobic capacity and strength to help you get through those long runs at a very comfortable pace. And it's not a strenuous phase. It's staying in that low heart rate zone of easy runs, just building up that aerobic capacity, building up that base so that you can handle the additional stresses of your specific race training and the actual race come race day. So what happens if you miss a workout? This is a great example this week because on Monday, usually I have planned a 5-mile run, and this Monday I had a dentist appointment for crowns. I had 2 crowns they had to do my mouth, and it wiped me out for the whole day. I just couldn't. I couldn't get myself to get out and do anything the whole day after that procedure. It was quite long and a lot of Novocaine and all that stuff, and it just messed me up. So I didn't run that day. And then on Tuesday, I have an 8-mile run that I do with a group of friends in the mornings, and went and did that. That went great. And then Wednesday, which is right now, here I am. I'm out at our beach property, and I'm hauling dirt to backfill a retaining wall I built, and so I'm doing my farmer carry practice today, going up and down this hill 1,000 times. So anyway, again, on Wednesdays, today I normally would have a 5-mile run, but doing all this strength work and hard work for several hours during the day, that's pretty hard on a 71-year-old guy. And there's no real benefit for me to go out and do my run today after I've done all this, because I'm going to be bushed. And remember, the whole idea during the week is to recover to be able to do your long run on the weekend. So on Thursday, I'll still do my right around 4 mile run with my trail running group. Friday's normally a rest day. I may or may not go out and run that day. The main reason I wouldn't is because on Saturday, I'm actually doing a race. I'm doing a 15K race, which is part of a series I'm in. And so that's about 9 miles, I think. And I'm not going to be able to, run it real competitively because I'm just not in that kind of shape yet. But I'm not sure if I want to run the day before that race or not yet. I might or I might not. But I think you're getting the drift that, like in this base training phase, it's not all that important that you have to make up a missed training run. And it's especially if it's being replaced by something else that is taking quite a bit of effort. When you're this far out from your goal marathon, just don't worry about it so much. Remember, in this phase, we're recovering. And the main thing is to get that long run done on the weekend and be happy with that. I hope that makes some sense for you. Is just don't get worried about your schedule so much that the next day you have to run more or you have to fill in your rest days to make up for a day that you miss. It's just not that important all in all, especially this far out. The main thing is to make sure that you don't overtrain or overextend yourself so that you're low on energy and can't perform for your long run on the weekend. So that's it for this week. Next week, I'll let you know how I did on my race, and we'll talk about a different aspect of marathon training. So if this is interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe, and otherwise I'll see you next week.